How did you accidentally betray the narcissist? Hello lovelies, welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom, thank you for joining me. So, we all know the stinging betrayal of the narcissist. However, in the narc's mind, we betrayed them first. So you might be thinking, what? He was the one that left me. He was the one that cheated on me. He was the one that lied. He was the one that betrayed me. But the narcissist mind works differently. You got to remember this. The narcissist mind and the way they think, the way their programming runs, is different to ours. So what that means in practical terms is behind the mask and underneath the false construct that they're running, for all their bravado and their huff and puff and their signalling of confidence and significance. So they signal to the world, that they're confident, that they've got significance, that they have value. The reality is that narcissists are extremely fragile, insecure and easily wounded. So they have low self-esteem, low self-worth and low self-value. So here's a glimpse into the reality and the inner workings of the narcissist mind. So you betrayed the narcissist when you chose other people's company. So something as little and as insignificant as choosing to go out with your girlfriends, say on New Year's Eve, instead of spending New Year's Eve with him at home watching the fireworks on television, in the narcissist mind is perceived as you choosing other people over him. So you valuing other people more than you value the narcissist. The second point is you ignored him. So in the narcissist mind, you betrayed him when every time he couldn't reach you on the phone. So if he was trying to contact you and for whatever reason, you didn't answer your phone or your battery was off or whatever the reason, in his mind, you were betraying him. And that is because of projection. So they know what they get up to when they're not answering their phone or when their phone's, accidentally gone dead or they've accidentally left it at home. So they know what they're getting up to. So when you have these, really normal everyday things, flat batteries, well, the narcissist manages to believe in their mind that you have actually betrayed them. Okay, by thinking other people are smarter than the narcissist. So every time that you didn't take his advice, or even worse, when you rang up your dad or your brother to ask for their opinion, to the narcissist, that's essentially saying, that you don't believe them, therefore they're wrong, therefore they're stupid, therefore on the grand scheme, they're on a lower rung on the hierarchy, and your dad or your brother or whoever it is that you asked is higher up on the hierarchy. And that's how narcissists view people. There's always a hierarchy. Sorry if there's a little bit of background noise. I've got kids on school holidays mucking around in the background. Alright, so, which leads me to the next point. Putting your kids first. So anytime you literally attended to the children's needs above and beyond the narcissist, or, for example, if you left a date with them to attend a sick child, that, in the narcissist mind, is you putting the kids first because the narcissist doesn't matter to you. The fact that it's also his child doesn't mean a thing. They compete with everyone for your attention. And so if you give anyone your attention, to the narcissist, they have lost. So that's a betrayal to the narcissist. Okay, when you put him second or belittle him, and by that I mean if you attend anyone's graduation or any kind of celebration, like a work thing, someone's got this, the new job that they've been wanting, and so they have a party and everyone goes and it's great. So in the narcissist mind, you celebrating someone else other than them is actually you belittling them because they haven't achieved those things. You're implying that they're not as special as the person that everyone's cheering and toasting and celebrating. So essentially, anytime you accomplish or achieve anything, whether it's work or study goals, if you get any awards, if you get any kind of public recognition, anything that puts the spotlight on you and your successes is, in the narcissist's mind, a betrayal of them. They won't necessarily know exactly why they feel the way they do, but they're just going to be dirty on you unless it reflects on them, unless your success is because of them, and so therefore some of that spotlight and that success is rubbing off on them. For example, maybe you won some rowing race and they were your coach. Well, then that's okay, because they're also getting the praise. But if you did it by yourself, or even worse, with some other mentor or coach helping you, that really, really hurts the narcissist's feelings, creates a narcissistic injury. So anytime you give them creative or constructive criticism is another one. So in reality, to the narcissist, it's all just a put down, a betrayal. It's you inflicting pain. It's, in their mind, it's like they've let you close and this is what you did. You criticized them. You pulled apart their work. They don't see that there's no such thing as constructive or creative criticism to a narcissist. As I said, underneath this veneer, this false construct, they are so fragile. Alright, all of these behaviours and more cause narcissistic injury. So when push comes to shove and the devaluation and the discard stages are starting, the narcissist feels entirely justified in treating you as badly as they do, because they've got this little naughty or nice list. I'm going to link the video here. The naughty or nice list, they've been tallying up every time, every insult, every betrayal, every attack that you have, done upon them has been recorded in that little book. Sometimes it's even a physical book, but mostly it's a little mental tally, like a list that they've got of all the things that you've done wrong, all the things they've done right, and neither of the opposite. So as I said, there's no hesitation on their behalf. In their mind, you have deserved every single thing that you got. Now, before you start feeling too sympathetic for, the poor narcissist and they're so fragile and easily wounded, before you start feeling too sympathetic, just remember that it doesn't matter what you did. It doesn't matter how you did it. The outcome would have always been the same. Even if you were saying only good things about them, even if you had them as the center of your world and gave no one any attention and did nothing for anyone other than the narcissist, they still would have found fault in your behavior and the things you did. They still would have found reasons to be injured and to take to be taken aback by you. I mean, that's the reality in life. We go through the world, and if we choose to be offended, it's easy to be offended by life if you are choosing to be offended. So if you're always looking for the bad things, you're going to see them. If you're always expecting the worst, you're going to twist anything to being the worst. So for example, you look at the narcissist. Now, instead of them saying, what's that look? Instead of them just asking you, they automatically assume that you're giving them a dirty look because you're thinking bad things, or you're smirking, or whatever. So there is nothing that you could have done differently, or nothing you can do differently. The programming is always going to control the narcissist. So when I say the programming, I'm talking about the programming of their disorder. So narcissistic personality disorder, the disorder itself, it runs a certain program. It controls the way they think. They're very, very predictable, and nothing you can do will change the outcome. It's always going to be the same. All right, lovelies, link up to this video here to hear about the naughty or nice list. Get narc free and stay narc free. Thanks for listening. Bye.